Bad breath. It's a common concern that many of us can relate to. Imagine walking into a room, opening your mouth to say hello, and suddenly wondering, did I brush? Did I drink water? Is my breath okay? It's one of those things we don't talk about much, but almost everyone deals with it at some point. In fact, studies show that around half of all adults experience it regularly. And while it might seem like a minor issue, fresh breath plays a significant role in how we feel about ourselves and connect with others. The good news? These simple, easy-to-follow tricks can make a big difference in just 5 minutes. But first, let's get one thing clear. Bad breath isn't just about onions or garlic. Sure, those foods contribute, but they're temporary. The real problem is usually deeper. What we call bad breath is mainly caused by volatile sulfur compounds, gases released by bacteria as they break down food particles and proteins inside your mouth. Think of the smell of rotten eggs or garbage. That's what we're dealing with. Most of this happens on the back of your tongue, between your teeth, and along your gum line, places where bacteria love to hide. And if your mouth is dry, that makes it worse. Saliva is one of your body's natural defenses. Those odor-producing bacteria grow faster when you don't have enough of it. So, it's essential to stay hydrated and stimulate saliva production by chewing sugar-free gum or eating foods that require a lot of chewing. So, if you're trying to freshen your breath quickly, here's what actually works and why it works. Start with water. Think about those mornings when you wake up and your mouth feels like sandpaper, and your breath, let's just say it's not ideal. Or maybe you're heading into a meeting and realize you haven't had a sip of water in hours. If your mouth feels dry, that's a red flag. Saliva helps rinse away bacteria and neutralize acid. When you're dehydrated, the bad breath compounds stay concentrated. A glass of water might not seem like much, but it moves the process in the right direction almost immediately. Next, clean your tongue, and I don't mean just brushing it with your toothbrush for 2 seconds. The surface of your tongue has tiny crevices where bacteria and food particles collect. That white or yellowish coating you sometimes see, that's biofilm. A proper tongue scraper removes that buildup much more effectively than a toothbrush. Just a few gentle swipes from back to front can drastically reduce odor. If you're on the go, sugar-free gum can be your best friend, as long as it's made with xylitol. Xylitol doesn't just freshen your breath, but helps fight cavity-causing bacteria. Chewing gum stimulates saliva flow, which again helps cleanse your mouth naturally. Now, mouthwash can be helpful, but here's where many people go wrong. They grab the strongest, most minty brand on the shelf, thinking that the burning sensation means it's working. But in reality, many of those alcohol-based formulas dry out your mouth. Less saliva means more bacteria, so you get a quick hit of freshness and worse breath later. Instead, look for mouthwashes with zinc or cetylpyridinium chloride, ingredients that help reduce sulfur compounds without drying things out. Compare something like Listerine Zero to the original formula, less burn, more balance. Only if you choose the right one. Many popular brands use alcohol as a base. While that might feel refreshing initially, it dries out your mouth, making things worse in the long run. Instead, look for formulas with zinc, chlorhexidine, or cetylpyridinium chloride. These ingredients help neutralize the sulfur compounds and reduce bacterial load without the drying effects. And yes, if you have time, flossing matters. Food trapped between your teeth starts to decompose and causes odor. Especially after meals with meat, dairy, or fibrous veggies, a quick floss can prevent lingering smells that brushing alone might miss. So, let's put it all together. If I only had 5 minutes to reset my breath, here's what I'd do. Drink a full glass of water, scrape my tongue, brush with fluoride toothpaste if possible, use a gentle alcohol-free mouthwash, chew xylitol gum as I head out the door. That's a full circle solution that doesn't just mask the smell, it targets the source. Now here's where things get a little deeper. If you're doing all of this consistently and your breath is still off, imagine this. You followed all the tips. You're scraping your tongue, drinking water, even chewing xylitol gum religiously. And yet, every afternoon, your coworker subtly steps back during conversations. That's a sign it might not be surface level anymore. There might be something else going on. Bleeding gums could be a sign of gum disease. A constant white coating on the tongue could indicate oral thrush or poor hygiene. Medications or medical conditions could be to blame if your mouth is chronically dry, and a deep, persistent odor could mean tonsil stones, sinus infections, reflux, or even undiagnosed cavities. If you notice any of these symptoms, it's important to consult a professional for a proper evaluation. In those cases, quick fixes won't cut it. You need a proper evaluation. Your dentist can help you determine what's happening below the surface. But for everyday freshness, these 5 steps are your go-to. They're fast, easy, and backed by science. And they give you what really matters: confidence, comfort, and clean breath that actually lasts. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments what part of your routine needs an upgrade. And if you're ready for the next step, check out my video on how to use the water flosser without the mess. It's practical, easy to follow, and a perfect addition for a cleaner, fresher mouth.